All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to thank you guys for sending in all of the portfolios and all of the resumes and giving me this opportunity to review you guys' work and give you back feedback and criticism or just help you guys get that job has been such a blessing to me. I love to help people and I really appreciate you guys sending me this. And today, I am going to focus on doing maybe about 5 or 6 reviews because I got a whole lot of them in my inbox and I got a whole lot of them that I want to do. I want to do every one that everyone sends me. But if it does get overwhelming, and you want your and if you want your portfolio reviewed privately, just send me an email. Maybe we can work out something. It won't be free. I can tell you that, but we can work out something. I can give you some consulting advice or anything like that, just to help you guys out because I know getting into software engineering is a life-changing thing and I know you guys are really working hard to get there and keep it going. Don't stop working hard. And without further ado, let's just hop straight into it. Okay, so the first portfolio that we have here, I have them already pulled up for the ones that I wanted to do. We have Olive Bishop. And Olive Bishop, I think he's based out of Kenya, and he's a talented developer. So let's get straight into his portfolio. From first glance, it's clean here on light mode, and I think he has dark mode, which is it's pretty clean too. I actually like the light mode better, but it's not here or there. So let's scroll down. It looks like you have some type of business card looking widget here on your page. There's a few things that could be changed here. Like for instance, just from visually looking at it, there's padding here at the top, and then there's padding here on the sides, but there's no padding here, and there's probably not any padding here. And everything looks a little squished up and busy. Like we don't want this area to look super busy because it's hard to read. So if you could just add a little padding like all the way around, maybe lower the font size in some of these as well, including the images, and just give them a little bit of space in between. This area would look really nice. The second thing is I'm not a big fan of pictures, but I must admit this is a good picture of you though. I like your style and everything like that. I'm really not a big fan of the mask. Like we're kind of over the whole mask thing. That was like a few years ago. So it would be good to, if you're gonna put up a picture, don't have a picture with a mask and a hat on, because it's like they really don't know what you look like, and it can be a little perceiving, like, or they could perceive it in a way that's not meant to be perceived. So, yeah, let's move on to the next section here. So this is all about what he does, which is really nice here. Very simple section. We have all your skills, front end, back end. Looks like you're like a MERN stack PHP developer. A little bit of Java and Kotlin, MySQL and Mongo. All right, this is some good work. You are an experienced software developer. You got some HTML, CSS, PHP. Okay. Do you have some projects? Where are your projects? Get started, maybe. Okay, so going back to the homepage, get started. You should have a button that just says projects, so people can know where to go. Get started is more of a type of button that gets you started in a flow. Like if you're about to sign up for something, get started doesn't really make sense here, but let's look at your projects. Okay. So this is the project. You have more of like a a little bit about the project, which is nice. If I were to say anything, the text shouldn't be longer than the picture. It should actually be inside of the picture. When it comes to width, just having it kind of pokes out like this is just not, it's not visually pleasing, And then let's look and see if it's responsive. Okay. A little small, but that works. Let's look at it live. Okay, nice loading animation. Okay, I'm not really sure what this is about, but get started. Okay, so this has a little bit of functionality. You can sign up as as an agency, targeted countries. Okay, I like this project though. View jobs. I like this project. It has some functionality, it has some features. Visually, it can use an uplift, but I think you were mainly trying to show off the functionality of the site. Got some services. These are just cards. Contact page with a Google map. That's really nice. Sign in. Have a sign in. Okay, this is not bad. This is actually not bad. Okay. So let's go back to your next project here. Eat poultry. View live. Oh wow, this is a really nice project. Let me just look, see what else you have. Okay. Products. Okay, the cards should all be the same height. Icons really don't match, but again, I think this is more about functionality. These cards all aren't the same sizes. It needs to be congruent. You got to think, if you're going to be a front-end developer, somebody's looking at this, they're a manager or something, they'd be like, come on, front-end guy, UI guy. Especially if they're like a back-end manager or something like that, they're gonna be clowning and nitpicking at stuff, But overall, this is it's a good UI, for a beginner. This is a good UI. Let's go to another project. Freelance WordPress. Okay. It's really good that you actually have customers though. That's a big plus. Having customers and showing those off on your portfolio is the way to do it. Okay, there was a little weirdness going on the load. Maybe you should have like a loading component so you don't see the weirdness. Okay, this looks like an e-commerce store. I think you built this with WordPress. This is a real website. Or maybe it's not. Okay, none of these buttons work. Search something. What just happened? Okay, this is a little buggy. Yeezys don't work. It's a little slow, but it is a project. You do have a project. It doesn't have the best user experience, but you do have a project. These are some real projects, which is really good. Okay, this one doesn't work. Probably should remove that one, and you got a couple more. Okay. So if I was to rate this project on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 7. For the simple fact he has a couple freelance projects. I mean, they can use a lot of work, but he has freelance projects, which also shows that he has a little bit of experience, right? So that's really good. Take some of the feedback that I gave you, apply it for sure, and good luck with everything, man. All right, so the next project is going to be from Samir. Samir, he's just started applying. He has no experience. So let's see what he got. Scroll down to his page, his website. Let's look at it in mobile view as well. A lot of times, some people are looking at these projects in mobile view. If they're looking on their phone, they're looking at your project on their phone. So it's always good to have it responsive. Nowadays, there's no excuse why any of your projects shouldn't be responsive. Okay, there's no pictures of you, just some text. Okay, bachelor's in math from UCLA. React TypeScript. Okay, C++, Express. Typical front end developer. We got a cluster app. Straight into the projects. Just exactly how it should be. It shouldn't be hard to find the projects. And you got demo users. Yay, demo users. Okay. All right, that's fine. What is this cluster app? Not really sure what this is about. Cluster app. It looks like a to-do app. A glorified to-do app. Got some tasks. You can leave. Yeah. Looks like a to-do app, which is fine. I don't understand the project. So let's go to the next one. Overall, though, the UI looks a little dated. It has a little drop shadow here and all this kind of stuff is really dark and blue. I mean, yeah, it looks a little weird, but all in all, it's not a bad project. Let's go to the Poke Store. Visually speaking, this is going all the way up to the top. Needs to be centered or make the navigation bar a little bigger. Let's see. Can we search Charizard? All right. So this is just showing. Oh, you can buy them. Okay. Has some stats about Charizard. Okay. Poke Store. It's a little fun little store, but you have it's a fun little application. You have looks like some search functionality. Let me just do that again. Let's do Squirtle. Okay, you have this. Do you have some likeness? Okay. I don't know how to spell Squirtle. Let's do Charmander. Okay, well, shop. Okay. So here it looks like we can add some stuff to the cart. You can make some the favorite. You have to log in. You got a test user. This is good. Okay, you got some functionality here, man. This is good. This shows off your front end skills by having a website that has some functionality. Okay, I can choose some stuff. I can log out. All right, no, this is a decent project. It shows off some functionality. Let's look at the data visualizer. I've seen a couple of these. I've seen a lot of people make these. Is this like a popular course people are taking or something? Because this is like the third data structure visualizer I think I've saw. Um, and honestly, I'm not really good with, or sometimes I don't even know what, like the whole reason of having these. So let me see. You have a Discord bot. Okay, this going to a GitHub. Nobody's gonna look at the GitHub, guys. Nobody's gonna look at the GitHub. Cool. So if I was to rate this project, I would give it, or this portfolio, I would give it about a 5 out of 10. You're like right in the middle of the pack. You can tell you're a beginner. I think your projects are okay. Like you have 2 projects here that have functionality. You can tell you spent some time on these projects, and I have to give you credit on that. Like they do have features. It's not just like a landing page. It actually has some things that you can do, and it shows off your skills. So for that, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. All right. So the next one that we're gonna do is gonna be Renovat. All right. So Renovat here has a different style of a portfolio. This looks like VS Code. He even has some of the VS Code stuff down here. Just very creative, but can be very confusing for a person who doesn't know what this is supposed to look like. But I like how you have these 2 things highlighted. It shows what you can click on. A lot of times people probably gonna be doing what I did. It was just click on stuff, but okay. Cool. So let's look at your work. Shoebox Marketplace, site under construction. I like it. It looks like a Nike store or something like that. Very nice. One thing that I always recommend you guys is have a loading component, because once you go from here to here on the first initial load, the pictures aren't there. You don't want to have that bugginess. It's a little buggy when it does that. If you're working for a professional environment and you do that, they're gonna be like, you gotta add something in that screen to all the pictures load. So do that. Looks like you're just displaying the shoes. It looks nice though. Let me see. These are all the ones you have. So let me try to search Nike. Okay. I like the search functionality here. Got some related items. Okay. It has a little bit of functionality with the search. You can select the size. You can't select the color. Lorem ipsum for the description and delivery information. No test users, so it's probably nothing we can do here. Visually speaking, it looks nice. It doesn't have a lot going on though. Do these buttons work? No. I wouldn't put that as the front. That's my first project, because if this is your first project, this is the first one that they're gonna go on. They're probably gonna be like, man, next. Let's look at this little lemon. This one should be probably your first project. Well, your buttons don't work, so it's more of like a landing page probably, which is just like a visual page. These aren't even links. You gotta think, like, if somebody's gonna be coming around here, they're gonna like click around. You don't have nothing to click on. Oh, reserve a table. We can reserve a table. Let's see what happens here. Do you have any validation? Enter a number. Okay, you got some validation. All right. Phone number. Okay, nice. Can I see my reservations? No. Visually speaking, though, this is a really appealing looking site. Let's see if it's responsive. It is not responsive, though. Not even a little bit. Responsiveness is important, guys. If you plan on working for a big company or a company that has a website, they are going to want their website responsive on mobile. You have to do that for your projects. Let's move on to the next one. Meetup clone. Really not a big fan of clones. Do you have any functionality? It's probably just UI. Let's search for tenants and see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't even have anything. There's no functionality. It's all visual, but it looks good. I must admit, like, you worked on this, you did a good job making it visually appealing like this. This basically shows that if a designer gives you, hold on, let me not speak too soon. Is it responsive? Not really. Like, this shouldn't look like this. This probably could use some work. This probably could use some work. It's not really responsive. Like, if I can do that, it's not responsive. This is not a good mobile. So, desktop view, it looks good, but after desktop view, this does not look good. So, work on your responsive design, please. All right, Netflix car. I'm not looking at any more of these. Let's move on to the next one. Next one. Vishawe. Probably saying your name wrong, but Vishawe. Okay, Vishawe. Nice little cool, like dev looking picture here. This is actually really good. This is actually really good. Wow. Okay, you got some stuff here. All right, let's look at it on desktop view. Okay, this is a little weird. Colors are changing. I'm not really a fan of that, but to each his own. Button colors aren't really that great. Your website is very colorful. It's like dark and colorful at the same time. What is this? Our products are used and loved by people from all over the world. What kind of products are you selling there, buddy? Let me see. Okay, you got some projects and some animations. These are some really good animations, though. This is really good. This is really good. And even though they're not all the same size, you probably couldn't make them all the same size or didn't want to give them a fixed width or height. This still looks good. I prefer everything to be the same size, even if it does create a whole lot of white space for some of these. You also have a ton of projects. So I'm not going to look at all these, all right? I'm just going to look at your first three. YouTube music player. Okay, no, I'm not looking at that one. Let's go. This one shouldn't be your first one, though. Definitely not. Visit count pro. Pro visit counter, more than just a visit counter. Fully customizable. Okay, this is a nice landing page. This is a nice landing page for a company. This is cool. Okay. Okay, you got some functionality here too. You can select these. This is selector. Generate, enter a valid username. What happens here? Okay. This is like a real little website. This is cool. This is cool. Got a donate button. Where does it go to? My man. If I had a couple dollars, I'd throw you a couple, but I don't. I'm broke too. But this is cool, man. This is a good project. Here, Visit Counter. Visit Count Pro. GitHub profile README maker. Interesting. This is a real website, it looks like. So are these ads or these are something that you created? Open source. This is cool, man. You got a lot of projects that are legit projects. Capture my tweet. Just look at these. Okay, I don't have any. I'm not gonna put anything down there. But again, you have a lot of projects. So if a person was to come on your website, they would probably be on here a while looking at them, or they might just give you an interview straight off the rip because they just want to talk to you and see, just ask you a couple questions, which is always a plus. If you have if you have a lot of work and you've built things like this, they're not going to sit there and give you a whiteboard question or anything like that. They're going to want to talk about your projects and what you've done and how you built them and why you built them. Which problem did you solve? They want to get into the nitty gritty of that because a person can see your thinking. That's important. If they can see your thinking and see how you build things and your thought process, it really can let them know if you really are a fit for the team. So overall, good project. I'm not going to go into any more. You have a lot of projects and I have a couple more people to go through. So let's go to the next one here. We got Quentin Mick. Quentin Mick, he's a 3-month boot camp graduate. And he probably made this portfolio in his boot camp or right after his boot camp. But let's give him some feedback. So Quentin Mick, one thing I must say, this hero section needs a little bit of padding or space in between each of these content right here, to make it look a little bit better. It probably fill out the page a little bit because you have a ton of white space all the way around. Let's see what it looks like on mobile view. Mobile view, it actually doesn't look bad, but we still need that spacing here, right? So let's go back to desktop view. See your skills. Okay, front end developer here. You got the front end stack. Let's see some of your work. Okay, you have a Vue.js .NET application. Yo, this is good. Let's look at it. You have a .NET application. What are we doing? What is this? Keeper. The Keeper code. Okay, this is weird. What is this? I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? Okay, I don't quite understand the project. Plus, you made me open it up in the same tab. You should make it open up in another tab. And I think you know how to do that. A game hub. Let's look at the demo to a game hub. Looks like a little marketplace, something similar to like a Netflix clone. One thing I would say, all the cards need to be the same size. Things need to be congruent, guys. Congruent. If a front end manager is looking at this, he's gonna be like, yo, your attention to detail isn't the greatest. Attention to detail is very important when it comes to front end development. Do these have functionality? No, maybe you could just sort. Okay, I like the loading component. I do like the loading component, the lazy load or whatever you call it. This is cool. This is cool. Again, you make me open it up in the same tab. Oh, only 2 projects. Okay. I must say though, for those to be your two projects, you probably should put this one in front of that one. Even though this is a .NET application as well, which is .NET. I don't think you understand. .NET is so valuable to have and know how to use and know how to work with. But to have a project like the one you got, it really doesn't show that you know .NET. It looks like I don't really know if you are pulling those images from a database or an API that's in your .NET application. I'm not even sure what .NET is doing in this application, right? But I forgot to rate the last one, but I'm gonna rate this one. If I rated this one, you're a 3-month graduate. You got a couple projects under your belt. I would rate this like a 4. But again, you only a 3-month graduate. Your portfolio looks nice for a 3-month graduate. I must admit, your projects need some work. That's about it though. Let's move on to the next one. Hamid Hassadi. All right, this guy, let me see. I got some notes. He's from Iran, and he's been a web designer for 9 years. So I think he's looking for a front-end developer job. He's been a designer, but he wants, I guess, a front-end developer job in the United States, maybe. But I must say, this website is stunning. It's visually appealing. Only thing is the text here is a little small, but this is visually appealing. So what is this? Scroll down. Okay. Got GitHub. Yeah, these are a little small. Let me see what it looks like in mobile view. Wow, this looks really good. This is really good. This is a good picture. If you're gonna have a picture on your portfolio, you gotta have a picture like Hamid here. Like, he got the LV shirt on. He's looking at his phone. Great lighting, great smile. Got the glasses. He's looking clean. He's looking like a professional. He looks like he knows his job. He doesn't look like a little kid out on the street, looking crazy. I would say you need to have some padding on the side here. It doesn't let me scroll left to right, which is good, but some padding here would look a little better. Okay, let's go back to, wow. And it looks completely different. 9 years of experience. He's got customers. He's completed projects. This is a hot commodity. This is a guy that needs to be hired because he knows what he's doing. You spelled believe wrong. So this, put the believe in there right, okay? So these are just things here, your experiences, services you provide, UI, UX, web development, and SEO. Let's look at some of your projects, man. Design and development website for a company. Okay. So this is a real project that he helped develop for a team or a company. I wonder if this project is using WordPress. WordPress. So he's a WordPress developer, which WordPress developers get a whole lot of crap, but they make more money than a lot of these merge stack developers. So if you know how to do WordPress and you can make money with it, by all means, get your money. So I wonder if a lot of these projects are WordPress projects. You have an e-commerce store. Let's look at this one. It's coming soon. This is built on Shopify. Let's see this one. So I'm only going to look at the first 3 projects. Again, that's what most people are going to look at too. The first 3 projects, just to see what is going on. This project looks like it is in another language, of course. Let's look at it responsively. I guess it's somewhat responsive. It's a little weird, but hey, it gets the job done, right? Cool. Let's go back. All right. Cool. Very, very appealing website. Very, very appealing. It's probably built on WordPress, but it looks good. It looks really good. All right. So if I give this a scale, a rating from 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 6. For the simple fact, your projects really wasn't that crazy, or they wasn't that great. Like this doesn't look like the project that we pulled up. But I'm sure you have other great projects on here. You can tell you have experience for sure. And hey, man, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. All right, so we got 2 more. So this one we got. Sorry guys if I mess your name up, but we got this guy. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at this. Let's inspect it. He has a lot going on here. I'm not a big fan of this. There's a lot. This is so busy. Like you got this going up and down. You got this going across the screen. This is moving back here. This is moving back here. I'm like, yo, what should I be looking at? And it's very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. It's like you have just too much going on. It's like I don't even know what to look at. Let's look at it. And desktop view. Oh my god, you even got this moving. Oh man. Yeah, you got to take some of the busyness out of it. My man. Okay, you have a little drawer here. What is this? Like a canvas of some sort. You can just draw. That's cool. This actually can be useful because I know some companies like to have signatures for some of their forms that they're doing or anything like that. So that could be useful. Let's look at this project. Okay, this is like a music clone. It's cool. Can we play? Oh man, let me turn this off. Really good project. You can actually play the song. Wow, you got some functionality here, man. This is really good. This is a really good project. Let me see what other projects you have. Study Notion. Let's see. So hey, you guys, if you guys are running out of projects, you can take inspiration from other people's portfolios and try to make a project something similar to this if you think is very beneficial to you. This looks like a course or like some type of academy or something. Looks like you're teaching some. It looks like you're teaching some stuff too, huh? JavaScript. Is this a real website? Study Notion. Oh, okay. This is a real website. I don't know if you're selling these courses, but hey, man, develop an educational technology website with React Express Mongo, offering enhanced learning experience for users. Very nice. Very nice. Your projects are pretty good. You got solid projects. The website is just too busy, my man. Like you got to take some of this stuff out. Take this off and don't have this moving. Don't have nothing of this moving. You probably can have this stuff in the background. Maybe I don't even know about that. There's a whole lot going on, my man. But your projects are solid. You got some solid projects. If I was to give this a scale of 1, this is probably project based. This is probably the best portfolio with projects I've seen tonight. And so I must give you credit on that. Your portfolio is just really busy. So I would give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 7. But if your portfolio wasn't so busy, I would give this probably like a 8 or 9. This is ideal what you want besides all of this stuff. But good project, man. And good luck with applying to jobs. You shouldn't have a hard time getting a job out here. Just keep applying. Neil, this is our last one, guys. Neil. So let's get the initial load. Okay. Wow, Neil. This is very creative. Let me see what we got. Hey, we're going straight to the projects, baby. Okay. Where do I start? Yelp camp. I done seen a Yelp camp before. I think I worked on a course where the project was a Yelp camp, and this thing isn't even loading. Let's go to the next one. Ninja Runner. Okay, he has a game. Nice. See, woohoo! What happened? All right, he has a game. That's cool. LinkedIn. He got a LinkedIn clone. Told you guys I'm not really a big fan of clones because it's like, you could have did something else better with that. And you have it as your first one. You should have it as your first one. Where's your project? Give me a good project. Oh, and you have your repos. Okay, so basically your portfolio is your project. Oh my God. What is that? What is that? All right. Contact you. All right, you seem like a very smart guy. You're probably too smart for your own good, but your portfolio, I mean, your website is cool. There's a lot going on. It can really catch somebody's attention, but once we get in your projects, it's like, bro, what can you really do, bro? What can you really do, bro? All right, but it's not so bad. Not so bad. I'll give this one like a 5 out of 10. Give this one a 5 out of 10. So hey, man, just make those adjustments. Get some more quality projects under your belt. And you still can, of course, apply to jobs, but you have to really showcase the skills that you know, right? It looks like front end developer. You got the front end developer stack, but you got some Java in there, which is good, and you kind of rate yourself as Java pretty high. It's like JavaScript and Java, so that's really good. But let's have some projects with some Java in it, and just have it connected to a front end and do it that way. That'll be a good project to have. It'll make you stick out. So that's great. All right, guys. So those are the portfolios that I'm reviewing tonight or today or right now or whenever you watching this video. Those portfolios, I hope you guys got some insight on the things that you should be doing in your portfolio, the things that you shouldn't be doing, the type of projects that you need to have. And man, if you've made it this far, like the video, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow this channel, provide as much feedback and help to you guys so you guys can land a front end engineering job. Because if you work hard, you should get what is coming to you, So keep working hard, keep applying to jobs. Don't give up. You will have your opportunity, but you have to make sure that you're prepared. And by being prepared, it's also having a great portfolio, having good projects under your belt, and knowing how to navigate the conversation in a job interview where instead of you talking about, different object methods and different array methods, we're talking about your projects and how you built them and why you built them and what type of API did you use, what type of database did you use stored procedures, stuff like that. You start getting into the nitty gritty of the technology conversation that overpowers the interview, and they'd be like more willing to bring you on the team. That is very powerful, or that's something that is could help you out when you are trying to apply to these jobs. All right, so keep applying, you guys. Keep working hard, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.